Now we are going to talk about the factors that influence the attitude formations. Okay, what are the factors, what are the different reasons which leads to your attitude formation? Attitude provides direction to human behavior, so it is important to understand attitude. It's because of attitude you have certain behavior. You behave in a certain way because of attitude, and that is why in order to study human behavior, it is very necessary to even study attitude. Which factors play an important role in shaping our aptitude, how does it develop, etc., are the question which needs to be answered. So how is attitude formed, okay, how does it affect your behavior, what are the results of it, and all these things are the questions we ask, and we need to answer those questions. Are the questions which need to be answered. During his life cycle, individual learns attitude either in a covert or an overt way. It is also developed through interaction, exchange of thoughts, behavior, evaluation, etc. He is in the process, accepts the positive ones and rejects the negative ones. The following factors affect attitude formation. So how are attitude formed? Either you indirectly or indirectly form the attitudes. That is overt and covert. Okay. So instead of writing overt and covert, you can write direct and indirect also. So sometimes you don't even realize that attitude is forming for you. Sometimes you realize the attitude is forming for you. As an individual, okay, in our life, in our whole lifetime, we form lot of attitudes. The positive attitudes or the attitudes which we like, we accept that, and the negative attitudes or the attitudes which we do not like, we reject those attitudes and throw those attitudes away. Now we are going to do the factors that influence attitude formation. There are 4: family, socialization, direct personal experience, and effects of mass media. First is family. During the entire lifespan of an individual, family plays an important role. Family is a small unit of society, but an individual is the smallest unit of a family. So what are they saying? That obviously our family influences us. The way we think, why we think, what we think, the clothes we wear, all these things depend upon our family. Family is the smallest unit in the society. Okay, it's with these families that a society is formed, right? 10, 20 families or 30, 50, 60 lakhs of families make one society. Okay, so family is the smallest unit in the society, and in the family, who is the smallest unit? Every individual is the smallest unit. All these individuals together make a family. So individual is the smallest unit of the family, and family is the smallest unit of the society. Man is a social animal, and so for him, family life is very important. We are social animals, right? We need human interaction, we need human touch, we need human contact, and that is why we have families for us, right? Families who are there for us, who are always there by us, who support us, who love us, who bring us up, right? So family is the most, let's say an individual interacts the most amount of time with his family. In the school, you might be spending 5 hours, 6 hours, 8 hours, but with the family, you are there almost, let's say, 18 hours, 19 hours of your day. So obviously, family influences highly on you. The most basic primary knowledge about socialization can be learned in family. Okay, the basic system of socialization. Socialization is what? When you interact with people, when you form contacts with people, etc. So when a child is born, obviously the process of socialization begins in the family. First, the child starts interacting with the mother, then father, then his brother, sister, kaka, kaki, mota bapu, mota nani, whatever, and that is how socialization starts and begins as a child is there in the family. It is through parents and family members that the child has contact with the social world. Okay, we come in contact with the world outside through our family. Our family is the one who sends us to school. Our family is the one who sends us to college. Our family is the one who gets us married. So how do we contact the social world which is outside? It is through our own family. In a family, every member has different roles to play as per age and experience. Okay, every family member has certain role to play. Your father plays a certain role, your mother plays a certain role, your dada plays a certain role, your dadi plays a certain role, and that role depends upon age. Let us say your father is 30, 35 years old, he is working. His role is to earn money and bring it to the family. The role of your mother is to cook in the house. The role of your grandfather is to take care of the children. Okay, a lot of grandparents take care of their children. Okay, and your role of your nani is also to take care of the children and to instruct your mother what to cook, what not to cook, how to do it, what not to do, etc., etc. So every person, your role in the house is what? To study, to be obedient, to be a nice child, etc., etc., etc. So every family member has a certain role to play. Okay, every individual in the family behaves differently with each other. Every person in the family behaves differently. Your younger brother who is in second standard will behave in a different way than you are. You are not going to behave like your brother who is in second standard, right? Because he is small, that is why he is behaving in a certain way. You are big, that is why you are behaving in a certain way. Your mother is behaving in a certain way, your father is behaving in a certain way, right? Your behavior and your mother's behavior can never be same. Why? Because of age and maturity. Our parents are always 5-6 steps ahead of us because they are mature, they are older to us, right? So that is what it is. Okay, every member in the family behaves in a different way. A human child is mostly influenced by mother's behavior, and as per study, human child is more dependent than animal babies. So what are they saying? That we human child, we are dependent on our mother, right? Right from the beginning, your mother gives you food, your mother teaches you how to have bath, your mother teaches you how to wear clothes, how to go to school, how to behave, what not to do, etc. So they are saying that we human beings are highly dependent on our parents, while animal babies are not so dependent on their parents. Okay, after the basic, first when the animal baby is born, the parent will teach the child certain things, and after that the child is left alone in the jungle to roam around on its own to do the things which he wants to do. Okay, positive attitude in children are developed by interaction with the parents, family members, and how they respond with love, satisfaction, cooperation, praise, etc. So mainly in the family you will form positive attitudes, right? You will learn about love, you will learn about caring, you will learn about satisfaction, you will learn about cooperation, you will learn about praising. All these things you will learn in your family. In the same way, hatred, contempt, malice, jealousy, etc. are the negative attitude in the children. So there are also certain negative attitudes which you develop from your family, that is jealousy, hating somebody, having certain opinion about certain castes. All these things you will learn from your family. Contempt related to cheat. Okay, so all these things, there are certain negative things also which you learn from family. Obviously, every coin has two sides. Often children classify behavior good or bad based on likes and dislikes practice of the family members. So how does the child know that a behavior is a good behavior or a bad behavior? Depending on how the parents treat that behavior. For example, let us say that there is a family of gundas, okay, gunda mawali people, and any family માં એક baby born થયું. હવે એ baby કોકને જઈને આમ મારે છે, તો what will the father say? Very good, you should hit somebody, you should hit everybody. So the child will learn that okay, hitting people is good, hitting people is a good thing. So what are they trying to tell us is that we learn whether a good behavior is a good behavior or whether behavior is a bad behavior depending upon what our family likes and dislikes. Many times when parents scold the child and the grandparents scold the parents for shouting at the child, then the child will develop good attitude towards the grandparents and bad attitude towards parents. In short, family forms many attitudes of an individual. So what they are saying is that let us say they have given you a scenario over here that your parents are scolding you and your grandparents come and tell your parents, don't scold your child so much, this, that, whatever. So you will feel that your grandparents are very nice, so you will form good attitude towards your grandparents and you will form bad attitude towards your parents thinking that they scold you. So in short, this is how the family plays a important role in the process of socialization. Okay, sorry, in the process of attitude formation. Now I will go for the next topic in the next video.